I've encountered a catch-22 in regard to the expansion of my factory. You see, I'm working on two things. Number one, I want to have steel production, but in order to do that, I need to add a second floor. And to add a second floor, I need to blow out some of these rocks so that I can widen my base. But in order to get explosives, I need steel production. So I don't know how to do both those things simultaneously. So right now, I'm going to try and build up the base as best I can, widen it, and add that second floor, and just kind of work around some of these rocks and other features. And then hopefully, once we have the second floor, we add some steel production on the second floor. We can then use that steel production to go back, blow up some of these rocks, and hopefully blowing them up close to my machinery does not take half the factory with it. So let's get started on this expansion project. Well, it's certainly different. I don't really like the final outcome because I liked how open everything was, but having an extra floor will really help steel production go well. So I've got to now move on to that phase of the project. I need 300 units of concrete, and I exhausted my production facility over there, and I was thinking, oh man, I'm going to have to wait a long time for that to generate 300 more for me because I just used so many to upgrade my base. I completely forgot about this second assembly line over here, which has more than I can count. So it just goes to show how difficult it can be, even at this early stage, and maybe it's just me, how difficult it may be to keep track of everything. We're going to have to create something. I might have to do some like spreadsheets on a separate piece of paper just to make sure I have an idea of what's going on. But I've got pretty much everything I need here so that we can move on to the concrete. Or no, we're getting rid of the concrete, launching the pod, and we are upgrading to basic steel production. I'm a little annoyed at myself for having already deleted the vehicle loading and unloading station that I had right here, which was shuttling coal between this location and my coal mine about 1 kilometer up north, because we're going to need coal to smelt with the iron ore to make the steel ingots. So I'm going to have to reestablish some way to get coal here. I've got a lot right now. I think I have a bunch in here as well. So that will hold me over until I can figure out a new route for this tractor to go get some more coal. But right now we're going to have to try and figure out a way to, well, pretend like there's a vehicle loading and unloading station here, then recreate this kind of entry, this receiving side, and just redo it so that these can come in cleanly, and we can also have things get shuttled to the second floor. So some more work to do, a little bit of reorganization, but should be some fun. And now for the moment of truth. I have this new vehicle transfer station because we're going to have to do something with the coal involving this tractor. So the plan is that it will unload the tractor, once I move it into place of course. It will feed the coal through this conveyor belt into this storage container, which exists for some reason that I don't remember, over into this elevator, then over into the smelter, foundry, whatever it is called. I think these are smelters, that one's a foundry. So this side is taking in iron ore from one of the two miners, elevating it up there. And then we are going to head to the second floor, where we can see our brand new machine, the foundry, yes. So this will be the coal side, that's the iron side. Over into, oh, I forgot to throw this down. Good to check. The splitter, which exists because we're going to go from just the one foundry now into these two constructors. One of them is going to be making the steel ingots, and the other one is going to be making the steel pipes. So everything looks to be set up. My power consumption is getting a little close to scary. It's up by 100 already, and whenever this coal starts flowing, then all these machines will start. So we're going to have an additional, let's see, just figure this out. 16, oh no, we should be good, because the assemblers are the ones that really do the damage. So, heading back here, let's get into the tractor, drive it over into the unloading spot. Now this will be automated at some point. Looks like it's dropping stuff in, but the opposite should be true. So, what's going on? Here we go. We need to be unloading. Is that going on? Why can't anything work right? Alright, that looks correct. It's now unloading. I just had to kind of take it around the block and then send it back. And we're good. It's taken out all the coal from there, pretty significant amount, and delivering it into our pipeline of production. Maybe should have started with the Mark II conveyor belts, but my production's pretty slow, so I haven't really seen a need to do that. I haven't really done any overclocking yet because they actually reset the progress for the research trees so that I don't have my overclocking abilities until I research some more of the green power slugs, I think they're called. So here we go with some coal going up the elevator. Yes, all right. I'll race you to the top. That foundry should be starting. I'm interested to see just how fast it works, because we may need to just throw in another one if this is as slow as I think it's going to be. So we're going to be smelting 3 iron ore with 3 coal. And now we are going. That is not very quick. Is the output 1 or 2? I think the output, oh, 3? I don't know. 1, 2, 3. I don't really understand what's happening now, but they are feeding our machines. It's taking 4 steel ingots. Oh gosh, we're going to have to upgrade this or add another foundry. But next up, we have to make sure that our vehicle station is going to be working correctly. And for that, I need to find some more coal. And the nearest coal, I think, is the one where our power station is, that direction. Where's the second nearest coal? Over... It's not too bad. 600 meters away. I think I just need to erect some kind of funky elevators to get to that stuff, but we're doing quite well. So just basic steel production right now. Already making some steel beams and some steel pipes. The steel pipes are going to be great for the explosives, but for the detonator we actually need the even more advanced steel stuff, which, I don't even know what that's going to look like. I came down to my power plant, the coal generation station where I have the water extractor and the coal mine, and I found out a couple things. Number one, this is really under capacity in terms of what I'm able to generate for coal and water, which the coal generators run off of. And number two, there's actually 2 additional coal nodes over here. So I'm going to be able to make a lot more of these coal generators than I thought. Maybe making a gigantic structure here with just 20 or 30 of these coal generators. They're relatively inexpensive, so that seems feasible. But for now, I'm just going to be having to run the coal back and forth with the tractor. In the next episode, we're going to be expanding all of our power needs as well as automating the coal transportation process. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm actually kind of excited for that because I already know kind of what I have. What is this guy doing getting stuck in there? I already know what I have to do just to relocate some of these water pipelines and make kind of a building around here for the new coal generator plant. It would be nice to go nuclear, something kind of clean-ish energy. But that's something that we're going to have to wait on because it does exist in the game, but I'm not quite there yet. So cool stuff coming up in the next episode. We've got a lot accomplished in this one, but thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.